Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? I am your host, Young, Bull, Easy, and I would like to welcome you to the show. You are now tuned in to Knicks and Dimes. All right? There's no drugs included, by the way. All right? Get out your feelings. All right, now. Um, Coming off a loss, man. Coming off a loss to the Boston Celtics off a back-to-back. They tied the series now 2-2. Even keel. Foes from the Atlantic Division, so we're in the same division with them, man. This was tough game to watch. Watched it beginning to end. I'm a true fan. I stick in there. We getting blown out. I'm gonna stay in there. We win it by 30. I'm gonna still stay in there and watch it. But we lost this one 75-99. I guess one positive is we still got them under 100 points, but we could not put the ball in the hoop today. But you already know how we do it, man. We're going to start this show off right as usual with the stats. All right. Starting off with the Knicks. 11-8 for Mitch Robinson in 28 minutes. 19-6-2 for R.J. Barrett in 43 minutes. 13-12-6 in 37 minutes for Julius Randle. 18-1-4 for IQ in 37 minutes. And then 8 points. 8-4-1 for Alec Burks, 6-5 in 28 minutes for Quentin Grimes. And that's pretty much it on our side. Going to the Celtics, 12-7-2 in 34 minutes for Robert Williams. 22-12-11 for Jaylen Brown, first ever triple-double in his career. 19-3-1 in 29 minutes for Jason Tatum. 10 points, 10-3-2, 25 minutes for Marcus Smart. 17-2 for Josh Richardson along with an assist. 3-4-5 for Al Horford. Then 6 points, 3 rebounds for Grant Williams. 6-1-3 for Schroeder. And then 2.7 for Enes Freedom, formerly known as Enes Kanter. All right. This game, we came out firing, man. 7 3-pointers in the first quarter. Firing. Had 26 for the whole quarter. So, that's not bad. I like us in that 25 to 30 range, and I think that's every good team. I would say if they had an aim for how many points they score a quarter, they would definitely go within that 25 to 30 range. So that's pretty good. We came out firing, had them 26 to 21 to end the first quarter. Then we went into a little slump in the second quarter, 16 to 23. So even there, it was still not so bad, which would put us in at halftime, 44 to 42. That was the score going into half. So we was only down 2 going into halftime. Third quarter, literally, the second it began, they jumped on us. Pause, man. But they attacked us and had us on our heels, just like Han was just saying. Marcus Smart, it doesn't show on the stat sheet. I believe he had 10-3-2, I was saying. Doesn't show on the stat sheet. But he was the catalyst to the wrecking that they caused. They completely wrecked everything. He was going over every screen. We were starting our offense with on average 16, 17 seconds on the clock. It's just too much time being wasted. We could take 3 to 4 seconds to bring the ball up, but we can't get into our offense for another 5 seconds. It was and he is disrupting everything, going off of screens, literally fighting. He put his heart out there, man, and it was like a playoff game for him. When you're just watching him, it looks like it's playoffs. Everybody else, it was just, I'm saying, all right, cool, this is good team defense. I'm not saying nobody else played, but you looking at Smart, it's like he was in the finals and everybody else was just playing playoff basketball. It had a playoff temperature to it because it was such an important game for both teams. But Marcus Smart was just on a different level. He was definitely a catalyst for them. And even offensively, he did it, man. He had a half-court alley-oop for them to Robbie Williams. And one pull-up three that one hurt. um, he just did it all for them, man. Obviously, Tatum 19 points, Jaylen Brown 22 points, but Marcus Smart came out with a certain energy that just it was they punched us in the mouth as soon as the third quarter started, and they did not look back. They did not look back. After that, they did not look back. So 42 points in the paint for them, 24 for us, man. 33 bench points. I didn't do the last game. Was going to, I don't know. After a while, it was just, I wanted to just do it after a back-to-back. I was kind of confident that we would win this one because they kind of had the game sliders up. I'm like, this team is not like this. They was hitting three after three after three after three after three. They was 8 for 9. I remember at a certain point, just in the second quarter, this team is not like that, which is why I feel like we came back and won the game once they actually came back to reality. This is the kind of game that they play, but that three, like barrage that they was doing, that's not them. This I can appreciate. They worked hard for every single bucket that they got, and they was home. They got a momentum going, and we just couldn't get our offense set up. We didn't have no creators that much. It was pretty much quickly. Fournier sat down today. It was just they got a good win, and you gotta show them their respect. 33 bench points for them to our 6, which makes sense. Our bench is completely discombobulated. Burke quickly started. So pretty much it's Toppin left, Grimes left, and he went with an 8-man rotation today, so not a lot of people was getting burned off the bench. So it wasn't, you can't really go too crazy off of that. Clearly, it's difficult to watch some of these games because it's like you're looking at somebody who's a shell of themselves. And you almost forget Derrick Rose was on the roster. That's how much it was. And it's a whole different dimension that this team could get into, but we do not have that disruptive creator to just have everybody looking and then he just kicks out or just do something ridiculous. So he's really missed in situations like this. Kemba is also another playmaker. We don't know when he's gonna come back. And a post-game analysis, they were saying they don't know what type of version of Kemba are you gonna get back. But that's the type of thing that's going on with the Knicks right now. But I believe we're pretty much tied up for that 10 seed right now, both 19 and 21. With us getting this loss, exactly pretty much at the half mark. The next game puts us exactly at the half mark now, and it's like every single game becomes more and more important, and it's like we needed this game to own that tiebreaker against them. I think we're 2-0 against Philly in the division, 0-3 against Toronto, and now 2-2 with these guys, and 0-1 against Brooklyn. So it's just, we're gonna have to play Philly 2 more times, who's looked better. Hopefully we're much healthier when it comes to playing them. And then Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, we're always competitive with them, but we just gotta close out. We got cheated that other game. I'm not even going, entertain that one. But anyway, this game, man, 36 points. Like, look at 29. We got 80 shots off and only hit 29. Like 29 out of 79. Like, there's a lot of shots getting fired off today. We hit 11 threes, 7 of them in the first quarter. We couldn't hit nothing after that. Nothing. Free throws, we was missing again, 6 for 15. Dudes is splitting them. Dudes is missing 2. Mitch looks like he just tries to, the second he knows he's going to the line, he just looks frustrated. And he just throws them up there. Like, we got beat on the boards, did not move the ball. We have no creators. Like, it's just quick played a good game. He did what he could do. but you got to do like Marcus Smart on you. Like, that's one of the best defenders in the league. And Quick doesn't have that, nowhere near the size of Marcus Smart. Not only can Marcus Smart move with you laterally, but he has the strength to just push you back once you actually get by him. You know, like to put a body on you and slow you down just a bit. But this was a game we really, really needed. But it is what it is. We tied this season series with them. I know since the beginning of the season, this wasn't a team that I necessarily was impressed by. But they get it done at the end of the day. We're just one of the many teams on the East that's just not performing the way that everybody expected. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. This is what has to go down. Next up, we got the Spurs. And then after that, we got the Mavericks. All right, so Spurs, they got a great bench. I think they're like the only team who had a better bench as far as scoring than us. So we still got a couple more of these subpar teams. I think Dallas is the only one that's over 500. I'm not sure they record right this second. But Spurs, Mavs, Hawks, Hornets, Timberwolves, Pelicans, and then after that, we can get up on the climb again and start playing a couple better teams. But the Spurs game, we should be able to win. Hopefully Fournier's back. We'll get a little bit of, that's somebody that could create for himself to a certain extent. And I wouldn't put him out there as the greatest assist man. But, if anybody's getting into the paint, you could dish out and just, I don't care if you're getting 2 assists, just doing something like that a game, because it could be hockey assists. You just getting the ball into the middle and then you kicking stuff out and the ball is moving. We definitely need somebody like that. So hopefully Fournier is feeling better by the time that game comes up. And we definitely going to need all reinforcements for the Mavs game. Although I don't be that intimidated by them, but still, you got to put some respect on it. We definitely got to be defensively intact for that game. Hawks, we've been doing good against them. The Hornets, I believe they took a dub against us. So we gotta come back and get that one. Timberwolves, Pelicans, we gotta win those games. It's a pretty winnable games, man, but it's just one thing that they said today was we don't necessarily have an identity. I don't know if it's because there's been so much turmoil. It's like there's been some injuries, and then there's been people getting benched, and you had to like refigure out what's going on, and there's COVID here and COVID this, that. I don't know if it's because of that or it's just necessarily how the team is just coming out. We don't have an identity. You don't know what team you're getting when we start certain games, but then you see what the team could be, and you're like, yo, like, dang, these dudes is dangerous. Like, we hit 18 threes last game, like. And then we set the record the other game. So it's like you way earlier in the season. It's like you see what kind of team this could be, but then they have games where they hit 6 3-pointers. It's complicated. This season is pretty much complicated. It's like you 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's just, well, we just got to bank on being healthy. I'm forced to think that there's going to be some talks before this trade deadline, which is pretty much a month away, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So I'll catch y'all here for the next game, man. If I don't, you'll see me the game after that. But there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing this Spurs game. All right, I just don't like, telling y'all something and I don't come through, because I'll be feeling a certain way after some of these games. But I'll be here after the Spurs game and give you my breakdown of that as usual. You already know what it is, man. I'm your host, Young Bo Easy, and you've been tuned into Knicks and Dons. We keeping the faith out here, man. We just got to get healthy, all right, and bring that energy, man. We got this, all right. We already know how we rocking over here, man. Love, gratitude, positive attitude. And I'll catch you on the next one.